Hey guys, Erebus555 here, coming to you with a video today about the current YCS that's going on down in Chicago, Illinois. Basically, just going to be giving you guys my thoughts on the priority, and so far round one roundup is already up on the site. I'll have the link down below if you guys want to follow it. I always like to follow the YCS cover, just good to see what decks are playing what. Starting off, first thing I looked at was I saw Amanda LaPalme talking about the fact that everyone's going to be running 3 effective and 3 trap hole. I don't think trap hole is going to be very big. I think Bottomless is going to be a huge card to run again. I think it's almost too good not to run now. It's a staple in the OCG decks. Jim. Dog's getting old. But basically, I think 2 to 3 Valor is going to be very dominant at this YCS. Deck I think is probably going to win. At this point, I'm really not too sure with priority gone. There's a lot of decks that can do really well, and once again, it all comes down to the players that are there and the dominant decks. So far, from what I can tell, Rabbit's not doing very well. That's expected, though. Valoring Rabbit now is just such a good play. It's just like you can win games doing that. The deck that I could see probably finally winning the YCS would either be Heroes. We might see Dragons win, but then again, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon doesn't have priority anymore, which is awesome because now they can't get that Light Pulsar loop as easily. But other than that, I don't know. Might even be in Zectors, and Zectors didn't really get hit at all by priority. There's a lot of decks that didn't get hit, though. One of those decks, of course, is Six Samurai, which I'm going to be giving you guys my quick update. It's pretty much the same as it was before, I believe, but I'm just going to go through it quickly anyways. I love how it's running. It's so good. I was playing at locals a lot the other week, and you know, it's still funny seeing how afraid people are when they see that they're playing Samurais, because it's just one of those decks that, like, even side decking against it, it's like, yeah, you know, you're probably going to side in the same stuff you side against Heroes, but it's just such a good deck. And, you know, you get that first turn Shien out, it's just so good. One thing I actually still need, guys, is I do have commons, but I'd really like to get secret chain disappearances. So if any of you guys have those, please hook me up. I'd be very grateful. Or sorry, not chain disappearances, sorry. Dimensional Fisher, Herpaderp. Anyways, let me know what you guys think down below of what deck do you think is going to win the YCS, or what decks do you think are going to top the most. Rabbit's definitely not going to be the dominant deck anymore. I think a lot of people are probably going to start dropping that. Windups aren't going to be very big either. I honestly think Zectors is going to be huge, and Heroes, once again, are going to have a big turnout. So without further ado, let me just show the deck profile. Still running the one Kageki, and yes, I'm running these awesome Shien sleeves now. These are actually really nice. I think they do get sticky after a while, but they're just really nice sleeves. They actually shuffle really well, and you know, they obviously go with the theme. So, but yeah, one Kageki you have to run. Still don't think anything more than one's actually good. It's kind of like Grandmaster. Like, I'm really liking 2 Grandmaster again. 1 I think is totally fine, but it just puts in so much work for that extra special summon. And even if they clog in the hand, you know, it just makes now Bottomless be more popular. You summon the one, they Bottomless, you're like, that's cool, summon another one. And the fact that it still gets run Bottomless with its effect also makes it really good. 3 Kagemusha, it's a staple. Got the 2 Elder. Never run more than that. I don't think I'd ever run less, too. Sometimes I've been thinking a lot about dropping down to 1, but I think you still gotta run 2. I think it's just a good number. 3 Kizan, obviously. Oh, and also, for all my Samurai fans out there, they posted the picture of the new Samurai XYZ. It's going to be in the structure deck, and it looks like it's... I was talking to someone about this, and they disagree with me, but I don't think they knew what I was talking about. The coat that the Samurai XYZ is wearing, that is the coat that Shien's Daredevil is wearing. It just doesn't have the sleeves on it. Instead of the sleeves, he's wearing the red armor he has on. So I think it might have something to do with Shien's Daredevil, and if that's the case, it's probably going to be 2 level 4, so a rank 4 XYZ. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that card's going to be, and what else comes in that Samurai Structure deck. I think it's going to be really, really good. So the 2 Grandmaster and loving 2 again. Makes Landois easier to make too. 1 Enishi, still liking him. Just gives me an XYZ target. Oh, sorry, Zanji. 1 Enishi. Got ultis coming in the mail, or an ulti coming in the mail pretty quick here. 1/6 Samurai United. I got one of the Turbo Pack ones at Locals last week. Very happy about that. Looks way cooler than the old print. I still love the 1 Spirit. It's just so good. Puts in so much work. 1 Squire. Still iffy about this guy. I'm only running 2 dojos now, so it seems a lot of times sometimes you draw him or you have other alternatives. But even just summoning him as a level 1 tuner is still really, really good. So I'm really liking him still. Just gives you options. Even as a hand trap, he's actually pretty funny because your opponent just doesn't expect it. 2 Effect Veiler. That's a staple. Don't think I'd ever run 3. I'd probably side the 3rd one if anything, but I think 2 is just a good number. On the spells, you still run 3 Asceticism. I think this is all pretty much the same, so I'm just going to go through it quickly. 3 6 Samurai United. Still running 2 dojos. Yes, this is a 4u1 card deck. 1 Gateway. And I'm very happy to say now that Hand of 6 Samurai isn't as good anymore, so people stop saying, why aren't you running Hand of 6 Samurai? Because it's not good anymore. And I personally don't think it was very good before. It was better in a plant format when everyone was setting Raikos, but a lot of times now as people are setting a monster, they're probably going to be setting something like Sangan or Dupe Frog, or, well, Dupe Frog's a terrible example, but Sangan, which in that case I minus myself, so it's really not that great. 2 Smoke Signal. 1 Rhoda. Yeah, I switched out my Hobble one for my Infernities. I decided I'm going to be playing 6 Samurai all the time now, so Infernities are kind of hurting from the priority thing. Book of Moon. 1 Heavy Storm. My super, very sexy. And Monster Reborn, obviously. How do I do that? On other traps, still running the 1 double-edged sword technique. I still like the 1, puts in a lot of work, and you can OTK with this thing, so opponent doesn't expect it a lot of the time. Loving 2 Musakani, I'm glad I put that back up to 2. Now, as you guys know, I was running 2 compulsories before. I may end up putting those back in. I do still like compulsory, but I'm really liking Bottomless so far in testing. Especially priority gone now. This is even good against Inzectors sometimes when they summon the Centipede. It's also very good against XYZs, especially the Acid Golem, which gets over you. It's very good against Dragons. It's good against Lightsworn. It's good against all those decks you originally had a hard time with. Now with priority gone, this just makes it so much easier. I'm loving 2 Bottomless. The only problem with it that I can honestly say I have against compulsory is that Bottomless, for one thing, it's good when you set it first turn or set it before they start summoning big monsters, but once you draw this thing late game, it's just like Solemn Warning, where if they already have something on the field, it's not really helping your cause. But then Samurai, once again, is one of those decks that if they go second, they usually have a hard time winning, unless you can play around your opponent, which is possible. It's highly possible. I can 2-0 people a lot of times, but if I lose the dice roll, depending on what my opponent's hand is, if they set enough back rows, it's kind of hard to play around it. But not every deck can set up a big monster first turn like Samurais can. And now Dino Rabbit going. Bottomless is good against that too. Another good example. They go Rabbit, Tribute, or remove from play. And summon 2 dinos, you Bottomless, and it hits both of them. And have fun with your Avarice targets. 2 Warnings still. I still think Warning's still good. It's too good not to run. Solemn Judgment. Got my gold ring there now. And the 1 Mirror Force. So that's the deck, guys. 41 cards. 41st card is the Spirit I decided to add in. It's just too good not to run. I'm actually really liking it. I don't draw Gateway all the time, but of course that's expected. Some days I draw it like every game. Other days I just don't see it at all. But anyways, guys, once again, let me know what you think on the YCS. And I'll probably make another video about it tonight when I get home from work, talking about how it's going then. Other than that, you guys have a good day. Let me know what you think of my Sams, and if any of you want to copy it, fly at her, because it's been testing amazingly for me. The only thing I might change is when Fiendish Chain comes out, I might take out the Bottomless Trap Holes for Fiendish Chain, but I still am really liking Bottomless Trap Hole and testing. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Peace.